There was a time that I thought that the only person on earth that thought The Princess Bride was sexist was my 9th grade English teacher. The good old days, I tell ya, I miss them. I'm gonna start by saying that The Princess Bride is my all-time favorite movie. No questions there. So obviously I'm pretty defensive over it. I mean, come on, every scene is a masterpiece. From the fight between Wesley and Inigo to the fire swamp, and how could we forget the Battle of the Wits?
All right. Where is the poison?
But lately, I've seen some stuff online that makes me want to knock back a glass of wine with just a little bit of iocane powder in it. And no, I'm not talking about the remake rumors because I refuse to believe that those hold any weight. Please leave this masterpiece alone, as if that needs saying. No, I am talking about what I like to call a conspiracy theory, which is that The Princess Bride is sexist. Let's take a trip down memory lane back to grade 9. In English class, we were reading the Princess Bride film script because we were studying parody. That's right, folks, parody. Keep that $5 word in mind because it's going to become important later on. Anyway, my wildest dream came true. I got chosen to read for Buttercup. All was going well until our teacher, let's call him Mr. T, started spewing some bullshit about how the fact that Buttercup had to stay home while Wesley got to go out and work to earn money for their wedding was sexist. But not sexist in the way that Wesley was the only one that had to get a job. No. Sexist in the way that Buttercup must have been so bored alone all day performing domestic tasks. I challenged his opinion by saying that this movie's set in basically medieval times, and of course the man went away to work and the woman stayed home and took care of the house, and the fact that this was just how things were doesn't make the movie sexist. And that kind of stuff still happens to this day. Often when someone is immigrating somewhere, just Canada for example, because that's where I live, one parent will come over first, sometimes bringing 1 or 2 kids, and that parent will work until they have enough money to move the rest of the family over here. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's not sexist, it's just the practical, it's just how it is sometimes, okay? Anyway, I can't remember exactly where the argument went after that. He said something along the lines of, well, that's not very feminist of you, Emma. And it resulted in me not reading for Buttercup anymore, and instead Mr. T chose a boy to read the part, and of course, yes, he spoke in a mockingly annoying feminine voice the whole time. Who's sexist now? But to be fair, I haven't given the notion that The Princess Bride is sexist all that much thought, so let's just dive into some articles. We'll start with this one because in my opinion it's the lesser of all the evils. But wait, what's that in the title?
Hey guys, welcome back to Now This. Guys is a simple term. It could mean boys, or if you're modern, hip, it means people. At first glance, guys seems inviting, friendly, maybe warm, even comedic at times. But it, like many male default terms, should not be normalized as an all-encompassing phrase, innocent as it may seem.
Anyway, this article is basically just a long contradiction, and even though it's an opinion piece, the author doesn't seem to have very strong opinions about whether The Princess Bride is sexist or not. He does, however, say that he can certainly see why a parent would be apprehensive to show it to a child today. I'm sorry, what? What, do you think that your little girl is gonna just magically turn into a damsel after she watches this film? Oh. Now I know what it is. Giants offend you, don't they? Huh. And before I move on, I just wanted to quickly address this tweet. Have you ever maybe considered that it's because you spend all your time writing dumb articles about their favorite movies? No? Okay. This one is awful. It literally picks apart every action of every character and chalks the outcome of the action up to because it's sexist, duh. I'm not going to pick apart every single thing that this person said because I think I'd go clinically insane, but I did highlight one line at the beginning that I wanted to mention. However, the movie fails in one important respect, which, once I noticed, ruined much of it for me. The Princess Bride is unrepentantly sexist. Lest you think its sexism is merely one of the aforementioned twists on time-worn fairy tale tropes, it isn't. Though I would not call these actions sexist, or the result of sexism, I would say that yes, that is part of the twist on famous fairy tale tropes. This movie is a parody of those time-worn tropes that you speak of. Also, where is it written that every time there's a woman in a movie, she has to be a strong female character? Like, no room for different types of characters, damsels or otherwise. Like, when did this become a thing? I don't understand. It makes everything really boring. I went off on a little rant, but why does The Princess Bride have to have a strong female lead? Especially since, like we've already learned, this movie is parodying these classic like Disney Cinderella movies with the damsel and the big strong man has to come and save her. Like it's a parody of that. We learned it in English class, albeit not very well, but that was the lesson plan. This last one is the worst thing I've ever read. I've taken like 2 little parts of it, so I'm gonna read them now. Buttercup's main sources of attention come from the fact that she is beautiful. Even towards the end of the film, when she is planning to take her own life, she kisses Humperdinck's father, but then tells him that she's planning on killing herself once she reaches the honeymoon suite. Although this information is quite morbid, the only thing that the king apparently got out of the interaction was the fact that Buttercup had kissed him. Congratulations, you, my friend, have found the joke. Now let me ask, does the author of this article realize that they are dissecting jokes? Did they drop their sense of humor on the way to write this article? Do I have to explain this? It's a dark joke. She's telling the king she's gonna kill herself, and then she gives him a kiss, and because he's a dumbass just like his son, all he gets out of the interaction is that a beautiful young girl kissed him. Of course, that is the joke of it. That is the joke. What else can I say? Why does that make the movie sexist? And the last one, it says, then as Wesley finds Buttercup in the honeymoon suite with a knife pressed to her chest, he says, there's a short of perfect breasts in the world. It would be a pity to damage yours. This comment completely ignores the fact that she was incredibly unhappy to the point of actually attempting to take her own life, and places her life value as less important than her boobs through objectifying her. That is the joke. It's his... Wesley is witty. That's his character. He's laying on the bed. He can't move. And he stops her by telling a joke. Does this person really think that Wesley values her boobs over her life? He knows she was unhappy. She thought she was married to Humperdinck. Everyone has the right to publish whatever they want, but it makes me a little bit crazy. But that's it. So yeah, I saw some of these articles kind of like resurfacing because of all the talk about the remake, and people are saying like, yeah, it should be remade, and Buttercup should be a strong female. It's like that. Don't remake it. And also, if you were to remake it, it wouldn't be The Princess Bride. I hate remakes. I never see remakes. They're awful. Always awful. They're greedy and they're awful in most cases. Anyway, yeah, that's it. The Princess Bride is my favorite movie, and I just thought that I should comment on some of this ridiculousness. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment your thoughts. If you disagree with me and believe that The Princess Bride is sexist, you can comment your opinion down below and I'll be sure to respond. Catch you later, Christian Slaters.